Genesis Manual, version 1.0.9. Genesis, the nickname of a high-level bioscanner currently being tested and developed by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium. It bounces special synchrotron radiation off of a target in order to analyze it. Viral analysis. It is possible to detect and analyze even the smallest amount of viruses. Vaccine manufacturing. Since version 1.0.4, it has been possible to produce simple vaccines from the viral analysis data. Detection. Using synchrotron radiation, it is possible to detect specific objects. The data from bullets, medicinal herbs, ETCs are registered within internal memory for testing. If a detectable object is nearby, the indicator in the lower right area of the monitor will light up. On handling the new prototype. There will be a new prototype introduced on this mission. All mission participants are urged to use extreme caution. 1. Handling the special prototype. All instructions by the handler must be followed to the letter. 2. In the event of an emergency, follow the contingency guidelines in the Hazard and Emergencies Manual. 3. Once the prototype's abilities have activated, it will be impossible to control them. The prescribed sedative must be administered every hour during transportation. 4. While it is possible to control the special prototype, its behavior in the field cannot be accurately predicted. When control is no longer visible, please contact HQ on the dedicated line. Botany Plants with Medicinal Properties, 3rd edition. Humans have been using plants to heal wounds and cure diseases ever since ancient times. An example of one of these types of plants is an herb that grows wild in the Arkley Mountains area. The bright green herb not only heals fatigue, but it also helps to strengthen the natural healing process so that wounds heal faster. In addition to its active immune functions that can be extremely useful against viral infection. The medical applications are vast, and they are already starting to be used in the field. Please consider supplying yourself with these herbs in order to protect yourself and your family from the recent threat of bioterrorism. The Fbc Charter. The Federal Bioterrorist Commission was founded by the U.S. government to be the enforcing agent of the guidelines set forth in the National Species Protection Act. These documents outline the FBC's charter and the responsibilities of its members. The FBC is charged with protecting the United States and her interests from biological threats. Our organization will work with other countries and their respective wildlife protecting organs to guard public health. As such, we are tasked with ensuring the biological safety of the public at large. The duties of all FBC members include the research, training, and support of biological communities. Policies will be formatted on a need-only basis, with additional budget expenditures and extraordinary activities being approved by the plenary session of the Wildlife Protection Committee. The FBC chair is selected by the Wildlife Protection Committee. The chair's duties include completely overseeing of the FBC and coordination of all activities and respective the U.S. Cabinet officials. The FBC chair is the final overseer of the National Animal Protection Community. All members of the National Animal Protection Community are entitled to request help from the chair, including the Secretaries of the State and Defense, and the Director of National Intelligence. However, the chair has final authority on all matters of national biological safety. Ship layout. For our staff and crew, the Queen Zenobia is a pleasure cruise line that provides world-class service with the comfort of a luxury hotel for our passengers. This ship offers numerous services and facilities for our guests. As a representative of this ship, it is your job to be familiar with all the facilities that can be found here. The following list outlines some of the major facilities on this ship. Please read each one carefully. Promenade Halls, boasting an area of 1,500 m2s. The ship Promenade Halls have 3 floors and is more spacious than any other ship in the world. The interior is done in a Gothic style with ceilings covered in chandeliers. Its beauty and style rival that of the finest opera house, Casino. The ship's casino can be found next to the Promenade Halls. All kinds of gaming pleasures awaits our guests, including card games and slot machines, everything guests would expect from a casino can be found here 24 hours a day. Restaurants and shops. The Promenade Halls have designer goods and brand name stores from all over the world. Guests can relax at our many restaurants and bars. There are also shops that cater to our guests' every need. Emergency communication room. There is an emergency communication room next to the promenade that can be used. A safety point during an emergency. Crew can also use this room to transmit an emergency distress call should the need arise. Solarium. The shuttered glass of the solarium, overlooking the world's largest onboard swimming pool. This romantic spot has been a favorite destination for many of our passengers. Be on the lookout for couples who sneak in after hours. History of the Queen Zenobia. Tonnage 148,000 gross tons. Displacement 90 tons. Length 335.8 m's. Beam 52.3 m's. Weight 93.97 m's. Propulsion electric diesel propulsion. Crew 1094. Officer and crew. Passengers 2200. This Poneglyph liner flagship was constructed in 1978. The interior is designed to replicate that of a ship of the 1930s, the golden age of cruise ships. The design was based on blueprints left by Greg Trevor before his disappearance. Newspapers of the time of the ship construction reports accolades the designs receive. The ship herself is named after Zenobia, the queen of the Promenade Empire who was disposed by the Romans. Like the legendary beauty of her namesake, this ship is also known as the Beauty of the Atlantic, and remained one of the most popular cruise ships built in the 20th century. With the rise of air travel supplanting the popularity of long seafarers' voyages, it looks like the Queen Zenobia, along with her sister ships, was destined to be junk in the late 80s. Unfortunately, she was purchased by the Poneglyph line and her steam turbines was replaced with an electrical diesel propulsion system. Her hold and cabin areas were expanded and she was upgraded to the latest technology. The Queen Zenobia was reborn as a fully functional luxury liner. After her full restoration, the Queen Zenobia set out on a cruise around the world, followed by one around South America and many, many others. In the future, she will find her main harbor in the Mediterranean for her cruise around Africa. The Queen Zenobia will bring pleasure to passengers for years to come. The History of the Queen Zenobia, 1995 edition. Discarded message. Oh God, please help me. This can't be happening. Don't leave me to die in this hell. I'm trapped here. There's monsters here. Real ones. Everyone's dead or dying. There are no survivors. Shit. We're all gonna die too. Note left in front of the communications room. This is the emergency communication room. No one gets in without my permission, and not without my key. If you want in, come find me at my usual spot on the Promenade deck. Your comms officer. There's a message scrawled underneath. This is crap. The ship is crawling with freaks and monsters. I'm going to the Promenade, 'cause at least I can find food there. Anyone who's still alive can meet me up there. You know where to find me. I'm not going out like that. I promise you that. Hope I'm not the only survivor. Your friendly neighborhood comms officer. Cleaning report for next on duty. There are notes handwritten in the comments column of the report. March 25th. There are some kind of barnacles stuck to the bottom of the pool. Don't know where they came from. Please take care of them. March 30th. The barnacles are back again. Look like they are grouping together into a little colony. Maybe they are a new species. Might be fun to keep some as pets. April 10th. Looks like the pipes that distribute the water were damaged. It was fixed, but there's a chance that there was some contamination on this end. The security guy in charge wasn't very happy. Maybe it has something to do with the new species of barnacle. April 12th. Yikes! That's no new species of barnacle. That's for sure. The report ends here. Communication Officer's Journal. Day 1. I made the right decision coming up to the promenade. I got food, beverages to last me a long time. I can still hear those things out there, clawing at my door, looking for prey. Too bad. They ain't getting in here. I have no idea if anyone else is still alive, but I know I'm going to make it through this all right. Day 2. Shit, those damn things got through the air ducts. I put them all down before they could do any real damage. I've trained for this, and I trained hard. Hats off to me. Good thing I was up when it happened. No more deep sleep for me. Day 3. After yesterday's surprise party, I haven't been able to sleep a wink. My nerves are frayed. I wish I wasn't the only one here. Pretty tired today. Don't feel well. I better not get sick. I shouldn't move. Need to conserve my energy. Just hang in there. I think it's day 4. I got a fever. Hope those monsters don't find me like this. I'm so out of it. Am I affected? Or is it just a cold? There's a lump on my head. It hurts. I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm so alone. How many days is it? I found someone to talk to. I'm so happy. He's very funny. Tells lots of jokes. Lots. They're funny. I laugh. His face is too close. My face. He thinks so too. No room to move. Had a fight. He wants all the food. He was eating meat. Good, tasty meat. I saw his face. Chewing. Eating. No meat for me. Looked tasty. His head looks tasty. Help! Can't move. Trapped. Me, not me. Who is me? Help! Please! Help! Mayday. 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 Meat. Eat. Eaten. Meat. Safety procedure. Because this vessel was involved in a prior accident, safety standards that goes beyond those outlined in the Maritime Safety Act has been introduced. All crew must read and study this manual to be prepared to act in case of an emergency. 1. The Queen Zenobia has 2 unique power generators. If the main power generator should fail, the backup generator in the bilge will compensate for its loss and supply the entire ship with operating power. 2. The ship contains vertical and horizontal bulkheads that will automatically divert water in case of flooding. In the event of an emergency, the bulkhead can be operated by the control system in the bilge. The control system will continue to operate even after sustaining minimal damage. Casino staff report. I finally found out how to bypass the security on the VIP room. That room reserved for all the high rollers, so I have always been curious what goes on in there. It's so easy. All you have to do is feed coins to the casino girl next to the door, and you can bypass any security. You have to hit the precise weight. 107 grams, a small price to pay for access to the VIP room. Mysterious instructions. It looks like a message. It is essential that we carry out our mission as expeditiously as possible after boarding the Queen Zenobia. Our 2 targets will be here soon, but they must not compromise the mission. Taking appropriate actions. Don't overreact. 1. Securing the room. Find the most accessible room in the crew quarters and secure it. Intel indicates there could be BOWs. Activities on the ship. Act with extreme caution at all times. 2. Materials. The spy props you were given are meant to be used to sow confusion amongst our targets. Follow the instructions for where to distribute them around the room. After that, leave the room immediately. Do not leave any trace of your presence. The main point of this mission is to mislead the targets, so it must be carried out quick and stealthily. Do not let the target see you. Do not engage or fire upon them. Your primary concern should be your concealment. Leave everything else to me. No clue as to who left this note. I was forced on this mission. I have no desire to come here for a job that could get me killed. At any rate, Stage 1 complete. I got the key for the freight lift. Now I can access the bilge. This ship was used as the base of operation for the terrorist attack on Terra Grigia 1 year ago. I found the UAV in the ship foredeck that was used to disperse the virus. Finding the UAV was good. Getting attacked out of nowhere by an ugly monster was bad. I knew this mission would suck from the moment I took it. My head, it feels like it's going to split open. I already lost an eye. It's hard to see. I feel like crap. Arms are starting to feel weird too. My right arm split in two. Blood all over my body. I can see my bones. Need doctor bad. The writing is obscured by blood. It looks like a piece of a manifesto. Destiny and I do not mean to sound flippant. It's made before we even get a say, and is the will of a higher power. The impure will not be cursed. It is their destiny to be torn apart by the fangs of the hounds. I cannot spare sympathy for the victims of this world. They are the ones who created it. It is the same world that robbed this dog of its bite. No longer will I howl. I will sharpen my fangs. No longer will I roar. I will sharpen my claws. All of our comrades are waiting for the time when they may sacrifice themselves for the cause. Only the hounds are pure of purpose, and it is only they who may purge this world. We do not hunt alone. We hunt in packs. We are Veltro. Earl Green Rico.